Hello friends, this is my first YouTube tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to brief with the concepts of web crawling and web scraping, and I'll be creating a sample C# application in which I'll be navigating through various web pages. So to begin with, first of all, I'll tell you what a web crawler or a web scraper is. So web crawler is actually a spider or a spider bot, or in short I'll say it's a bot that navigates through pages of website or many websites, and the purpose of a web crawler could be like indexing the web pages such as a Google bot. But on the other hand, a web scraper's purpose is to scrap the content of the website and utilize it for purposes such as storing it in the database or providing it to any third-party providers. So for an example of a web scraper could be a particular website which compares prices of various e-commerce portals and displays it on its own website so that a person may be able to choose the best possible item at the best possible price. There are many laws concerned with web scraping and web crawling. So if like you are planning to access a particular website through a web crawler or a scraper, make sure that you visit its robots.txt file, which is always found in the root directory of a website. Let's, for example, let me take you to amazon.in/robots.txt. As you can see here, Amazon's robots.txt, it's applicable for all user agents, and it has not permitted bots and spiders to visit these particular web pages, whereas on the other hand it is allowing bots and spiders to visit these particular web pages, as you can all see. So web scraping can lead into legal troubles. So in case like if a particular website has not permitted you to scrap its own content, then make sure that you remain in the jurisdictions and do not try to copy the content from the provider's website. So I have created a console application here in which like I'll show you how to navigate various websites. In order to begin with, you need to install two important NuGet packages, one of which is Scrappy Sharp and another one is an HTML agility pack. Scrappy Sharp is an open source NuGet package which will help you to simulate a web browser, whereas HTML agility pack, it will be used to pass the content of an HTML DOM, and you will be able to manipulate the various controls and CSS. So let me take you through my code. Here I have disabled all certificate errors through the service point manager. Then I have created a Scrappy browser. In Scrappy browser there are various properties such as allow auto redirect and meta redirect, which are the common settings of a normal browser, so that whenever a server sends you 301 redirects, your Scrappy browser will also behave as a normal web browser does. There is another property like browser.auto download page resources, so it uh, tells your browser to download various images and related JavaScript code. Then you can see there are other properties also, like timeout properties, cookies properties, fake user agent. Here the fake user agent is doing that, it is faking to the server that the request is coming from an actual web browser, or it's coming from another user agent. So by the default value of this fake user agent is an Internet Explorer or a Chrome browser. Now let me take you to the rest part of our code. I have here an instance of my own website object, wherein I have exposed a parent page and a stack of various link pages within it. So whenever a website's page is created, like whenever I'm setting this parent page, then I am also populating a stack of URLs which my particular web page contains. So here I am selecting the list of URLs is equal to value.html.select nodes, and here in the expression I am taking only those links which have the href attribute, and the href attribute, it's not pointing to the same page. So this method is accepting an XPath parameter. So in case like you do not have an idea about what an XPath is, you can just go to W3 Schools and know about the syntax of an XPath. So let's go back to the main program. So I have created a website and I am navigating it to my own web page. So nitinmuteja.com is my own web page. So what this program will be doing is, like, it will be navigating this web page, loading its content, and then we'll be navigating a link from this website to another application. So in this part of the code, like, I am popping an external link from it, getting the value of the href property, and I am finding it whether the URL that I am getting from the href property, is it a relative URL or it's an absolute URL. If it's a relative URL, then I am creating a new URI with my absolute URL of the main page, else I am creating a new URI. And in this condition, like, I am checking whether the new relative link that I am getting, it's not directing back to the same page, so that I may not create a cyclic link on the page and keep on navigating through an infinite loop. So in case it's not this case, like, I am browsing it to the new URL and setting the parent page to the new URL. So let's create a dry run of this application. It's gonna consume some time because I have enabled auto download of page resources to true. So it's gonna load the entire images and JavaScript portion. So I'm popping a link from this web page. And the URL from the link comes to be the one from GitHub, the one that can be found at the bottom of the page, this one. This URL is a well-formed URL, so I'm creating a new instance of the URI class. The absolute path is not equal to the absolute path of the parent page. So I'm navigating to the new web page. So I'm getting an exception here. The request was aborted, could not create SSL or TLS secure channel. Okay, so we'll try the next link from the stack. The next URL that I'm going to browse is to Google Plus. Which one? This is this link that I'm navigating now. Okay. Created a new instance of the new URI class. Absolute path is not equivalent to the main page URL, so I'm navigating to the web page now. If you would like your page to navigate faster, like you could set the property of auto download of all the resources to false. It might affect some it might give you a better performance, but there can be cases where on the load of all JavaScript resources you might be loading some external links too. So in that scenario, like, you need to enable auto download of resources, else you can like keep it switched off also. So I navigated to a Google Plus page now, and in a similar way, like, you can keep on navigating to other pages. So I just told you about the user agent property of my browser. Like, if we can see in this browser, here the user agent is a fake user agent object which has the name as Google Chrome, and the user agent is Mozilla 5.0 Windows NT. So like, it is simulating a web browser to the server. So that's all in the process of web crawling. Navigating web pages can be done either by the BFS algorithm or the DFS algorithm, and in order to speed up the process, you could even carry out this operation in multiple threads also. One thing that you must keep in mind while carrying out this algorithm is to avoid cyclic chains, which can be that a particular child page can be pointing back to the main page, and thus it can happen that you might get caught up in a cyclic loop, and your thread might never exit navigating the entire website. So either you can maintain a list of pages that you have already navigated, so that whenever like you are navigating to another web page, you might keep a track of your previous visits. So that was about web crawling. So I have another section of the code that I had commented while executing the application, that is related to web scraping. In this section, as you can see, like I'm navigating to a particular page on my local website. I am selecting a particular class and taking the first title node. So here, as you can see, like I have extracted a person table from this particular list, and after that, like I am selecting the rows from the body of the table, and for each node, like I am adding the data inner text into this list of string. And in the second in the second section, like what I have done is, like I have extracted a form from the page result, added some key value pairs to it, username, gender, to the properties, and then what I am doing is, like I am submitting a particular form. So this was about web scraping. So see you all in the next tutorial, and have a good day.